Welcome back to IANA TV. I'm Amy Sweezy. My next guest is Justin Sellers. Justin is from Taylor Logistics. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
So tell me, first of all, what do you do for Taylor Logistics?
So within Taylor, I am the Director of Carrier Compliance and Safety. We are a full-service, customer-centric logistic company that does asset side, intermodal, warehousing, and logistic services as well.
Okay, so from your perspective and with what you do in the intermodal business, talk to me a little bit about what the landscape is like right now in this industry.
It's tough. Honestly, the normal ebbs and flows that we see in intermodal, the seasonality of it, have become just very unpredictable, especially since the pandemic. It's very hard for us to understand the natural movement of the industry and when we're going to have floods of containers coming in for volumes, and then when we're going to have down periods. So it's just been very tough, and we've kind of had to become more diversified and agile as we've went through this.
And that's kind of what I was going to ask about, how do you deal with those challenges? I guess being more agile is the key, right?
It has to be. You have to become more agile. Otherwise, you will sink. Because as we all know, like within the intermodal industry, you will have spike periods where it's very busy, but it's what you do in those periods where it's not busy to keep your drivers busy, to keep your company profitable. And that's where you have to become more agile. And it's become very important over the last 4 or 5 years since the pandemic that we've really had to make those moves into other facets to stay afloat.
And of course, IANA, we're here at the Expo. You are a member. What do you think is the biggest benefit for being an IANA member?
Honestly, it's networking. At the end of the day, there's tons of people within the IANA network that have similar situations, problems, scenarios that you are dealing with, and you are looking at it from your own silo. But within IANA, it allows us to speak to other people within our industry that are having potentially the same problems. And then it allows you to think tank and figure out those problems on a grand scale and maybe have solutions to them going forward. And
beyond just being a member, I know you're involved with one of the committees. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I currently chair the ISSC, the Intermodal Safety and Security Committee. Essentially, we look at a lot of the safety and security issues within the industry right now, with cargo theft being the biggest thing that we are consistently looking at now. We're looking at bad actors. We're getting folks involved that were not necessarily involved as heavily 5 years ago, such as the DEA. We've had a presentation with them today here at Expo. We've had FMCSA that has been here, and now they're getting involved. We're making strides. Just as a committee, it was something that was brought up by one of the members and said, hey, is anybody else having this problem? And now it's blossomed into this big topic that we're all talking about now, because we realize all of us are having this problem, right? So that's kind of the whole point of the committees. It allows us to bring those topics up and get them out to a bigger audience to maybe seek potential solutions.
So what's your encouragement to someone who's not part of a committee?
Definitely get involved. The big thing is we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know what things that you might be struggling with that we all are struggling with, and we may figure it's just my company is having this issue instead of this is an industry-wide problem. And that's really what we try to tackle with every one of the committees, not just mine, but the M&R committee and the operations committee. They do the same things, but in different areas. So that's kind of the whole point of it.
And what would you just say to someone who is not a member, who's thinking about, maybe they're on the outskirts and they're thinking about, should I become a member of IANA?
It allows you to network. The truth of the matter is that is the biggest key to IANA, is just having that network ability and understanding that there are people out there having similar issues to you. In fact, we had some new time potential members at the Kansas City business meeting during the golf outing, and my cohort and I, we talked to them, and now they're members because they felt the connection, the networking, it was there for them, and they did, right? And now they're getting benefits out of it because they're understanding what we have to offer at IANA.
Obviously, we're here at the Expo. So what would you say is the biggest benefit to attending this Intermodal Expo?
It's a combination. Educational pieces here are great. Like I said, there is different topics throughout here that really can hit different areas of your business, but then the networking as well. So there are multiple things that would be beneficial to being out here.
What kinds of things are you hoping to learn this year that you'll take back with you to your job?
Really, just learning more about cargo theft and what's out there, what's happening on the forefront of things. I try to stay up on it, but obviously, the bad actors do also stay in front of that. So just hearing the newest things that are coming out to help protect my business is important.
All right, Justin Sellers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your involvement with the committee.
Yeah.
It was great chatting with you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, you're watching IANA TV.